What is up, guys? This is Alex from Double Move Sports back with another video. Today, we are getting into some free agency predictions. This one's going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually going to be ranking my top 5 free agent wide receivers and predicting new teams for each and every one of them. I know there's a chance that some of these guys are going to re-sign with their current team, but I want to look at the NFL and see what landing spots are likely for these guys and where I would like to see them go. But before I jump into it, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, I want to hear it in the comments down below what you think of these predictions, what you think I got right, and what you think I got wrong. But let's start out easy with an honorable mention. And the honorable mention here is going to be Curtis Samuel. In 2020, he posted 77 receptions, 851 yards, and 3 touchdowns in just 15 games. And he also added 200 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. And at 24 years old, I have him going to the Houston Texans here. He is going to help replace Will Fuller, a little foreshadowing, who is also a free agent wide receiver while they start this rebuilding process. And Brandon Cooks and Curtis Samuel at wide receiver give them some really solid options on the offensive side of the ball. At the time of this recording, Deshaun Watson has not been traded. He is still a Houston Texan. Looks like he is going to be on the move. So if Watson's gone, I think having Curtis Samuel and Brandon Cooks at least makes things manageable from a wide receiver standpoint for any new quarterback that you have there in Houston. But let's get into this top 5 now at the number 5 spot, and it's Juju Smith-Schuster in 2020 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He posted 97 receptions, 831 yards, and 9 touchdowns. At 24 years old, this is going to be a prime contract for Juju, and here I have him going to the Washington football team. He would give them a much needed lift on the offensive side of the ball at the wide receiver spot. And to me, seeing Juju in Washington with Terry McLaurin on the outside and Juju working in the slot, whoever that starting quarterback is for Washington next season is going to be set up for success. So Juju Smith-Schuster to the Washington football team. Coming in at number 4, I've got Will Fuller. In 2020, he posted 53 receptions for 879 yards and 8 touchdowns in just 11 games. That season was cut short by a suspension. He will miss the first game of next season as well, so something to note for Will Fuller. And at 26 years old, he has been linked to this team previously. It's the Green Bay Packers. Last season, he was linked to the Packers as a potential trade candidate. This year, we have him signing with the Green Bay Packers in the offseason, giving Aaron Rodgers more help in this offense. And although Fuller is going to miss the first game of 2021, I know Aaron Rodgers would be incredibly happy to have Fuller on this team, along with Devontae Adams and emerging Robert Tonyan at tight end as well. And Fuller would be a great fit for the Packers. Coming in at the 3 spot is Chris Godwin. In 2020, he posted 65 receptions, 840 yards, and 7 touchdowns in just 12 games. And at 24 years old, we have seen the ultimate breakout from Godwin over the past 2 seasons. And I have him going to the Indianapolis Colts here. And this Colts team is a piece or 2 away from contending. And that piece or 2 could be the quarterback spot and the wide receiver spot. So Godwin helps fill that wide receiver void. In this scenario, they replace T.Y. Hilton with a younger, more well-rounded wide receiver. And whoever the quarterback is for Indianapolis next year is going to be stepping into a great situation if they're able to pick up Chris Godwin, because they will also have Paris Campbell and Michael Pittman developing at the wide receiver spot with a strong defense in place as well and a great offensive line. Next, to the number 2 free agent wide receiver, it's Kenny Golladay. In 2020, he battled injuries. He only had 20 receptions for 338 yards and 2 touchdowns. That was in just 5 games for the Detroit Lions. And at 27 years old, and the Lions transitioning to rebuild mode, I have Golladay going to the Baltimore Ravens here. He would be going to a contender that's in need of a big wide receiver 1 playmaker. and he's going to be a key for Lamar Jackson moving forward on those deep balls in the red zone. And Kenny Golladay as that big body wide receiver would be great on the Baltimore Ravens, with Hollywood Brown as a deep threat and Mark Andrews at tight end. Now, last but not least, our number one wide receiver in free agency this year is Allen Robinson. And in 2020, even with up and down quarterback play, he somehow posted 102 receptions, 1,250 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And at 27 years old, I have him signing with the New York Giants, a team that hasn't been talked about a ton as a landing spot for Allen Robinson. But here he's going to get his big contract on a team with a young quarterback, and Daniel Jones has at least showed some upside over the past 2 seasons. Now he's going to get a true wide receiver 1 that's honestly going to tell us whether Daniel Jones can be the quarterback of the future for the New York Giants. So Allen Robinson to New York as the best wide receiver in this free agent class. So that is going to do it for this quick video, this quick breakdown. I want to know what you think of not only the landing spots, but my rankings on these wide receivers. I had Allen Robinson at 1, Kenny Golladay at 2, Chris Godwin at 3, Will Fuller at 4, Juju Smith-Schuster at 5, and Curtis Samuel at 6. Again, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.